All right, good morning. Today is April 3rd, 2025. Yesterday was interesting. So we got a rise in the market, and not saying that was manipulation, but that drop did come, and we're still on the bearish side of things. Hopefully, no one got caught or held overnight. This day could have been pretty profitable. We didn't get down to that 5,600 level, but the lowest we did get was 5610, and I did not feel comfortable riding that bull wave up. Um, it just didn't align with my plan, so that's okay. But if it would have touched 5,600, I would have definitely jumped in and grabbed a couple of points. Um, don't forget to check out Options Arena LLC Premium, the one and only place for your options and futures alerts. Um, it's only $49.99 a month. Check us out. Link is in the bio. All right, so we're again trading the same thing, the MESM future for June contract. And let me grab my notes here so you can see what we're doing. The magical orders for today are, and also I, I'm not going to beat myself up. We did get that 55.90 short. I was going to jump in there, but I just didn't. It because it did not bounce and it didn't align with the trading plan. I didn't go for the short. That short would have been beautiful, but I didn't get that bounce, so I could have just written it down. I mean, once it hit like 55.70, I could have but I wanted to stick to my trading plan. So if it didn't do this, I wasn't gonna take part of it. But that's just part of discipline. Anyway, orders are shorts at 5550, 5550, with a 15 MA, 15. I shouldn't say MA. I should say minute. But I'm on the 15-minute chart uh, uh, with a 15-minute red candle, and or bounces. Uh, I would say a resistance line bounce off of the 50-day MA line. So these are kind of interchangeable. Um, the next thing is longs. Again, we're going for that level at 54.50. We almost got down to it yesterday. The lowest it got was like 54.81. So today it might get down there. We'll see. Not calling anything, just going to enact it if it happens. So with a green candlestick. So I'm thinking that this thing can possibly go down further. This is a screenshot of the chart at 9:12. This is an hourly chart. I'm sorry, yeah, 9:12 a.m. Eastern time. For the hourly chart, I'm seeing a bearish overhang right here. So I'm feeling like this is gonna go down below this, and I think it already did, but that's an interesting line. We'll get to that. We have resistance near 5600. So here, my resistance line right here is drawn here. We're close enough to that. Um, and it's also near the 50-day moving average, this thing right here. So this 50-day moving average is about to cover this line here as well. So this can be like a resistance line, that 50-day moving average, because here we're below the 200 MA and the 400 MA. The cool thing here is that the 200 is above the 400, but the closer these two get, when we get this, if it crosses down, our 200 and our 400 does that, that's bearish overall. But we'll see some volatility because those things are so close and they seem like they're trying to touch again. Um, Again, remember that 400 and 200, that happens over time, over days. It just takes time. And we talked about this right here, I think in a previous video, but this has, maybe this could have had something to do with this. They use that to, I don't know. Anyway, let's go down here. 55.50 resistance. All right, so this is kind of messy here. 55.50 resistance. We got the Three Musketeers. We have resistance right here. All right, I'm looking for it to resist that 55.50 level. Even if it goes above this, I'm looking for it to go back down. All right, so the next thing is new support territory. So if we drop below this level right here, I wrote on my daily chart that the next bounce, the next tested bounce is at 52.50. I mean, these are crazy numbers, right? Who would know? That's 200. That's almost 200 points below where we're at. There's over 200 points from where we're at, actually. That's a steep drop. But if we're going to be going into bearish territory, then we can expect that. And the market's just opened. I have alerts set, so I'm not really going to need to look at the chart. But the next thing is the range is between, I'm looking at a range for today, 54.40 and let's see here, 54.40 to, excuse me, 55.50. But below this line here, we're also looking at 5,400. Have not really tested, looking at the charts, I haven't seen a bunch of support lines other than this one on a long-term chart. This thing dropped crazy, like it dropped a huge amount. If you look in, I don't remember what that was, but last year, I think it was last year, it dropped tremendously from where it was at. And this was before we got into 6,000s. So we're coming from the 6,000s. This thing is dropping. So I'm not going to bounce it off of this line. I'm waiting for a retracement. So when we hit these support lines here, you know, here and at the 50 whatever, 54 whatever, I'm looking for a green candlestick. If it's red, I'm not jumping in. It's so simple. And then here at the 55.50 line and above, even up to 5,600, I'm not doing a short until I see a red candle above or below this level, above or at this level, the 55.50 level right here. So that's what I've got. The VIX is up. You know, the shaft we have, it's flat, so that's bearish. And our RSI is kind of low, so we can maybe see some bullishness once it gets low enough. It crosses, you know, then this can cross up too. So that's a little bull here. All right, so that's all I see for today. Orders are shorts at 55.50 with a 15-minute red candlestick, or off of this 50-day moving average, depending on where that goes throughout the day. And then longs at 54.50 with a green candlestick crossing above that. Or there may be green candlesticks above that, but once we retrace back down, you know, that's what we're looking for. Matter of fact, I'll keep drawing it. So we have two options here. We have the 55.50 level here and the 50-day moving average here. And it doesn't look like that, but anyway, yeah, we're looking for this. If it does this, and then looking for it to go like that, and that's when we'll short it. And same thing here. That's when I will short it. Who's we? Same thing here. The exact same thing off the 50-day. Looking to short it. All right. And one more thing. I've noticed that 5,500 is an oscillating, I call them transitional lines. It's not support, it's not resistance, but it oscillates in between this line right here, a transition line. Chart does this right here. I'm not making any calls or puts below this around this level because this isn't it's not a definite level. I mean, you can make money, right, on either opposite side, but once it chooses a side, you can get washed out. So I'm just looking for it to choose a direction, and then I'll make my decision on what orders to put in. For this one, uh, this one's pretty straightforward. 54.50. Here we have like a trend line going down like this. We have the magical 54.50 level down here, 5400 level. So I'm looking for it to do this, right? Either do this or do this, right? But at some point, I want it to do this. I want it to come right back up. And it needs to do it at or around this level or this, or it could be this trend line, but I'm gonna be patient. Um, you say, why won't you bounce it off of this? Because off of this. Well, because this isn't a tested level. I haven't seen any tests off of this. Just because it's a new low doesn't mean that it's not going to go further because we have 54, we have 50, 52, 50. All right. One thing I forgot to mention about yesterday, even though I warned about getting caught up in the bull, is that the news is really reactionary right now. And we have some big players in the market that can make these charts go up and go down as they please, and we have enough people playing the news and playing around during these times. So you guys just have to be really careful. We have tariffs today. I think more tariff news, and it's going to be kind of like this for the next maybe week or two, or maybe the rest of the month. We'll see. But these are the orders that I have, and yeah, that's going to be it. All right, so y'all have a good one, and happy trading.